Kristen and Michael are right here in the front row. Guys, what would you like to ask Dr. Drew?
So we would love some parenting advice, actually. So I'm a stay-at-home mom to a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, 2 crazy little boys. And so I am very emotional and loving, and I just want them to, you know, have fun and enjoy life and enjoy childhood while they have it.
I'm more of the rule follower, so I try and set rules like they go outside, they need to have shoes on because they stub their toes, and then they get dirt in their stubbed toes, and then everybody's crying.
Shoes are kind of a basic.
But we live in Florida. You don't need shoes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd walk around naked too. All right.
Yes. One of my big rules is just respect. They respect me. You know, what rules I do set, they follow.
Give me an example of a rule you set.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we'll talk about bedtimes.
Yeah, okay.
That's
So you
something
set
that we
that
started from the very beginning. Yeah, that we have a very clear routine, and we do that every single night,
Good.
and it is never an issue.
And Michael, you're on board with that.
Absolutely.
There's agreement about that. So there's an area where you guys agree and things work, and I bet the kids fall right in line with that. There's not a lot of fighting about it. There was at the beginning, of course, but they feel cared for when there's that kind of structure around them. Yes. The problem here, and this is actually a really serious problem, it's a common problem, which is when there is disagreement in the parenting, the kids have an opportunity to split you, right? Daddy, mommy says I can't, mommy, daddy says I can't, and now you're split. And they feel a little out of control. They actually, some people theorize, develop an internal psychological split where they don't feel whole and contained. So this is actually really important that you agree on the rules, and it doesn't all have to, you don't have to be all Michael's rules, but once you decide what the rules are, you must be a unified front. A unified front is a critical thing to good parenting. You're looking a little skeptically at me.
No, the unified front, absolutely, I can get behind that. But I just want to know how we balance the rules with also enjoying childhood and not taking life so seriously.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we want them to grow up and be productive members of society, and so how do we get from here to there?
Right. You're saying two totally different things even right this second.
I know.
Yeah.
You guys got to get together. How about you created a space? Temporality is a little tough with kids. If you say you can do something here on Monday and not on Tuesday, it's all the time now. It's on. But they do kind of understand spaces. Like in here, we can go do whatever we want. Have you ever thought about that? Like having a certain region where things are, Michael just sort of backs off?
Yeah.
Would that be something you could agree upon?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, that would sort of make sense. But are you finding yourself yelling, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so here's the thing about yelling, is that you shouldn't be yelling at 3-year-olds. That just should not be happening. And what that means, what that tells you, when you start yelling, you know you made a mistake. 3 steps earlier is when you should have set a limit on the kid. So start looking on those opportunities, however you want to discipline, timeouts, whatever it is. It needs to be early in the behavior, not late when you're starting to yell. At that point, let it go. You know, the excessively, the difficulty in seeing kids disciplined or disappointed has been a weakness of parenting for the last 20 years or so. Like, it's because we don't like the feeling that we get when we see our kids disappointed, so we give them awards for everything. You have to be prepared to, and nothing more important than being together as parents and unified in what you're doing.
Yeah, I agree with that. Talk about it, not in front